Hello and welcome back to my Osiris solo lane guide. In this video we are looking at the gameplay. As you can see, we're starting with a fairly normal start, straight to the speed buff. My team is a bit weird. We've got a Bologna jungle, normal, Agni, mid, Medusa, ADC, and then a bit weird we've got an Aphrodite support, so it's going to be a bit weird. Me and Bologna are going to have to be the front line for this team. I'm up against a Chak in lane, which is a pretty easy matchup for Osiris, as I can shut down his healing pretty well, and I have a lot of kill potential against him. As you can see, I've already got 5 stacks on my passive. This is because I stood in base at the start of the game and just spammed my 2 to build up to 4 stacks. This means when I get into lane I'll have 6 stacks on my passive, and by the time I'm starting to fight Chak, with that sort of first wave coming in, I'll have 8 stacks and I'll be ready to fight with all that physical damage mitigation. My jungler goes straight to mid, which is the right thing to do. She's going to be able to pick up the mid camps with mid laner. Okay, so Chak's a bit late to lane here, so I'm just kind of waiting a bit, and I decided to push the archers. He missed out on 3 minions there, which is really good. I only missed out on 2, I think, and even that was unlucky for me to miss out on 2. As you can see, I'm starting to poke down Chak already, throwing out the sickles. Like I said, you always want to try and throw these out as much as you can. A bit more poke there. So this is pretty standard start to this game. This Chak starts to get a bit too confident. He thinks he's tankier than he is, and I remind him that he is not that tanky at this stage of the game. I believe the Chak went for the Steel Mail 2 start, so he's rushing into Mystical, as you can see there. So he doesn't really have a lot of sustain, apart from the sustain that he has naturally through his kit and with his blue buff. Chak is one of the best, really, I guess, to deal with, to start with Steel Mail, because obviously his passive allows him to keep mana up, and his healing allows him to keep his health up, so it's not a bad decision for him to go for that, but it does allow me to have a lot of pressure, because obviously he doesn't have much physical power, and he can't really clear the wave as fast as I can.
Unacceptable.
So again, I'm just looking for a lot of pressure here. He's fairly low, so I'm thinking about going for the kill. I haven't hit 5 yet, so my kill potential is fairly low at this point, unless he decides to randomly just walk into the middle of the lane. But he's playing fairly far back. Again, he tries to walk out, and I remind him that he cannot walk out of his tower, or else I will kill him. Unfortunately, the enemy Thor gets Ghost Blood on a support Aphrodite. This is why you don't tend to see support Aphrodite, because she's super easy to gank. And that's exactly what happened. So we're down at the start of the game, but we should be able to win. Okay, I go for the kill there, and unfortunately I missed my ultimate. He's just too far at the range. So I decide, oh well, I didn't get the kill, but I can back now and get Ichabod. It's not the worst thing in the world, wasting my ult there. I knew that the Thor was on left lane, so I wasn't in any danger of being ganked. So it was okay for me to just go for the ult and try and get the kill. I was going to back off anyway, so by the time I get back into lane and start to fight this Chak again, my ultimate should be nearly back up. Unfortunately, the enemy team gets another kill, so now we're 2-0 down, which isn't the greatest start. Chak's going for a bit of poke there, but easily dodged by me. A bit of clever awareness. My blue buff's coming back up soon, so I don't really have to worry about mana. This is the nice thing about the blue buff changes, is that it allows Osiris to just spam his health, doesn't have to worry about his mana at all. This Chak hasn't gone back yet, doesn't have enough gold for his mystical mail, although he should be getting close to it. I have been pushing him into tower, so I have a bit more gold than he does, which is nice. Delaying the enemy's mystical mail is always good, helps you keep laying pressure for longer. Just grabbing my blue buff here, pretty easy for Osiris to solo down his jungle buffs, which is nice if your jungler is a bit unaware of your timers. Again, I'm looking for a kill here. He's fairly low. I probably could have gone for it there, honestly. If I'd ulted there, he probably would have died. But there should be plenty of opportunities here to go for a kill. Again, more poke. So all you want to do is Osiris, is just keep poking down during the lane phase. I go for kill here, I land my ult, get the sickle, small tower dive, My 2 secures it. Easy kill. The chap probably should have gone back, healed up and got teleport to come back to lane, honestly. He was a bit greedy to stay. I guess he didn't want to go back until he completely finished his mystical mail, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're being pressured so hard in lane. I go for the blue buff steal here, it's pretty easy. I can see that Thor was in the process of killing my team, so he's not going to be over here to defend one of his buffs, which is nice for me. Then we get blue buff, deny that to Chak. It's not the greatest thing in the world to deny blue buff to Chak. Chak can sustain pretty well without it, but it's always nice. I'm going to run to the speed here, because I noticed that Thor killed my jungler, and I'm wondering if he's going for a speed steal. He is not, which is good, so I head back to lane. You always want to try and keep a check on your own speed buff. It shouldn't just be the jungler, really. Keep an eye on that. You want to try and defend the jungler speed buff if you can. So, this Chak's got mystical mail now, so he's feeling a bit confident. He thinks he can box me, but I have a level advantage on him. He goes to the ult and gets the knock up, which is pretty good for him. But I haven't ulted yet, and there we go, I go for it, I hit my ult, which is nice. Chak's decided he's had enough, he wants to get away, but unfortunately he cannot get away. Osiris, and he goes down again. The Chak was far too confident there, really. He had mystical mail, but I had Ichabod and the level advantage, so he couldn't really fight me. A mistake I've made here is I accidentally put a point into my 1. You don't really want to do this, you just want to max out your tether after your 2, because the damage mitigation is huge and allows you to be unkillable in lane. Whilst the damage from your sickle throw is really negligible. It's just, you want that ability for the slowness of damage. Yeah, I'm just checking out actives. You can see Chak's going for teleport, which is fine by me, because I've already got pressure in the lane. So I can get back in time for this wave without having to worry about the fact that he teleported. I don't lose any minions to the tower, which is nice. Easily dodge his axe, which is also good. I've got a ward, which I'm just going to throw out here. Honestly, I could have put that down by the fire giant pit, because that's where Thor is likely to ult from if he does go for a gank. But putting it there is fine as well. Once again, this Chak has moved out of his tower. I decide it's time to kill him. I miss my slow, which is pretty bad, but luckily he doesn't try to run away. I am tanking archers here, so I take a bit too much damage. But it doesn't matter, I've got too much of a level advantage. I've got physical damage mitigation for my passive, I've got the tethers. It's just too much. Plus I already had my boots done, so there's no chance of him getting away from me. Got my blue buff here once again. I'm pretty low on health, but the Chak is in base and his teleport is down, so I should be able to just sustain through the lane, and I do have a health pot ticking, so I should be okay. Honestly, I could have saved my 2 there, just so that I could melee down the wave and gain some health back, but it doesn't really matter. Waiting for the wave to come back here. I don't want to tank too much damage on the archers, it's still fairly early on in the game. So I'm just going to auto attack down this wave, heal up from death toll, and I'm looking to try and pressure the blue once again. I'd like to steal it again. Good for it, and it's there. But my agony calls missing middle, and I don't know where Thor is either, so I decided to back off, play safe. I don't want to get suddenly attacked by 3 people. Chak thinks I've gone for his blue, he's checking it out, but I've gone back to the wave. He comes back as well. My kill potential on this Chak is going down the further on the game goes, obviously. Once he starts to level up his heal, it's going to be fairly difficult. I need to try and kill him, and the fact that he's going to have just be able to one-shot the wave with his axe throw means that it's going to have pretty hard to kill him. There I just eat his axe. I think I was getting a bit cocky here. I couldn't be bothered to dodge his abilities, which isn't something that you should do. It's bad practice, but you know, sometimes it happens. Once again, auto attacking down the wave, getting those death toll procs. Once again, I want to go for the blue. See the Chak's going. I hear Thor here. I'm going to start boxing him. Honestly, Thor can't fight me at this point, because I'm Osiris. He ults out, unfortunately. I missed my 2 there. If I hit my 2, I probably would have killed him. So at this point I call retreat, because I'm fairly low and Chak's on full health. My Bologna rather Foolishly decides to run in, try and kill the Thor, but it's nice to stay and check. And honestly, I think she gets out of it, but that was a pretty stupid decision. She's fairly far behind anyway, because she's been being pressured by this Thor. So it was a bit of a silly decision. It was fine just to back off there, honestly. It would have been nice if I got the kill on the Thor, but not the worst thing in the world. You know, the Thor's going to be a bit more wary of me now, but I've shown that I wanted to. How he picks up a nice kill in mid, which is good. Honestly, I don't know how my team's doing so well. I think they had a pretty rough start, but maybe I think the ADC's keeping them in this, and Medusa. Yeah, I'm telling Bologna to go mid because I don't need her in my lane, and she should be helping mid.
Retreat.
Again, just farming up. You spend a lot of time farming, honestly, in solo lane. That's kind of your job. As I said, you know, my kill potential on the tracks can come down now, so what I'm really looking to do is stay here and farm, and then rotate to team fights when you have. My blue's up, so I probably want to go and get this soon. It's always good to try and get your best on timer, because the faster you grab them, the faster they respawn, and the faster you can get them again. More experience, more gold, more mana. Again, let's check his forgotten who the hell I am. He ults, but I timed my ult perfectly, and what I did there was I leaped just before the silence hit. I landed just as Chuck's CC immunity ran out, so I got the root and the extra damage because he wasn't mitigating any damage himself. So that was well played by me there to dodge his ult and hit him with my own ult. I was thinking about going for my blue here, but then I realised there's no one in right jungle to contest me taking this tower, so I can just run this down, grab 500 gold for my team, it's always nice, and open up a bit more of the map. And I can just go and get my blue straight up this. Chak teleports in, but the tower goes down before he gets there. It's pretty unfortunate for him. He's lucky for me, honestly. I thought I had it, so that's why I didn't stop attacking, but it was a bit risky. Now I can go back and get my blue. Honestly, I probably could have stolen his blue there. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I was just feeling a bit sorry for him at this point, but I go for my own blue. Doesn't matter. I'm getting fairly close to my chin size now, which is pretty big for me. It's going to allow me my damage to skyrocket. In fact, I just hit it, so I'm going to back, grab my chin size, and I'm going to be swinging really hard. Think about getting a ward or a health bot there. I decided to go for the health bot just because the mystical mail damage from Chuck can be a bit annoying in lane. It can sort of slowly poke you down. So it's nice just to have a little bit of health. Bit of free experience here in mid, I noticed, so I throw down the sickle, tag the minions, grab an extra bit of experience and gold. It's always good to do that if you can when you're rotating back to lane. I'm checking actives here and I noticed that none of our team has any actives, which is a bit funny. We're going to have to start sorting that out soon. Chuck's looking a bit more wary of me now, but I've killed him 3 times, as he should be, so he's just going to safely farm, which is the right thing to do for him. This means I can pressure his blue. Oh, put it down. Here I can hear Thor on speed, I believe. Yep, there we go. I can hear him on the speed, and I think, right, round 2, you're not getting away this time. He just used his hammer to clear the wave, so there's no teleport, and his ult does a hell of a wind-up time, so it's easy kill. Chuck's here, but he does not want to fight me, so he just wanders off. I see a fight breaking out mid, so I rotate over, see if I can help, but it's mostly fight's gone by the time I get here. I want to see if I can try and kill this Apollo, but he's hugging his tower quite a lot. I think he sees me there, but he doesn't really react. I'm not sure if he has seen me. I missed my sickle, which is pretty unfortunate. See the chin size starting to do work there. There was 3 autos on that Sylvanas, and he's pretty tanky as well. And I just, start chunking too. At this point, I'm just kind of steering these 2 down, trying to keep them in lane, because as I can see in left, my duo is just pushing down to tier 2. So I'm quite happy just to stay here and keep these 2 occupied. You can see the damage I'm doing to Sylvanas, it's crazy. Here I go for the ult, I hit 2, which is pretty nice. Get the Sylvanas. Osiris goes down, and I'm dead. I got a bit greedy there. I think I was a bit too overconfident. I didn't really have any physical defense, so the tower was really hitting me hard. Meanwhile, in left lane, this is a bit stupid. Honestly, they don't really have any chance to take the Phoenix, especially considering there's a clear through the enemy team up. They do manage to almost kill this Osiris, which is pretty good. If Medusa hit it last auto, she would have done it. Nice ult by Aphrodite there, just to save the Medusa from additional power shots. It was a bad back off though, because she backed off whilst Chak was in his ult and CC me. Medusa nearly kills the Isis again with a splash. And yeah, this is pretty good by those guys. But here comes the Apollo ult, so Wannis is here. I make a decision here, which I think is a good decision to make, but it actually turns out to be pretty bad. I sell the heavy hammer I bought to go for teleport, because I want to help out my team. But by the time I get here, it's over. The fight's over. I have no chance really to 1v5 here. I'm big, but I'm not that big. So I will bravely run away. Chak's still chasing, that's the Sylvanas. Roots me. I get a bit overconfident here and I'm like, yes, I'm the king, I can win for 2. But then this is no Osiris, yeah, Isis, and I'm like, oh god, I'm spamming my ult here, waiting for it to come off cooldown. Just missed the Chak ult, and I will live with 27 HP. So that was pretty lucky, but you could see how tanky I was, even without any health items or defense items. Just pure damage, and honestly I tanked a lot there. So I was lucky to get that one. I bought teleport. Probably shouldn't have, but whatever. Bologna steals the gold theory here, which is huge for us. It's going to keep us in the lead. That would have brought the enemy back into even with us in terms of gold, but that's really nice. So I just run in, tell people, look at the Chak, but I think, oh, there's a tasty immortal here in the Isis. That Isis ult hit me for a damn lot. Because I don't have any magical damage, but it's okay. I have a fair amount of level advantage at this point. And the Chak can't get away. Okay. Nice cleanup for our team. I took a lot of damage, but that's just because I'm a little bit behind on my defense lines at this point. I'm transferring into a frontliner now, obviously, so I need the health and the defense online. I don't really have any at this point, so I'm suffering a little, but it's okay because of my level advantage. Sort of my natural scaling is keeping me alive, and my high damage is just allowing me to kill people. So I'm going to have to transfer into defense at this point. I see the Apollo dash in at this point, and I'm like, oh, hello, this Apollo just dashed, you're dead. So Vanus is here as well. Me and Bologna are chain slowing him, and he's got nowhere to go. I played gets the kill with a bag off. So that was a bit foolish by the Apollo there to dash in. You didn't really need to, I don't think. Full ult came down, killed our ADC. I'm going after the Isis. She has no leaps or dashes, so she's not getting away from my slows. Go for Thor as well, but it was a really nice wall by him actually. Perfectly aligned on the corner, stopped our entire team from chasing. So good job. If I had had my passive up there, I would be able to walk straight through it, which would be nice, but unfortunately it wasn't good. We can push down mid tower. Me and Bologna can chunk through this because we both got a load of attack speed. Chak silences us, but obviously doesn't stop us attacking down the tower, which is a bit silly. When you think of it, it's a bit silly when you think that Bologna in that situation would have disarmed us both and completely stopped us from taking the tower, whilst Chak ultimate couldn't do anything. It's a bit silly.
Unacceptable.
I pick up my Frostbound here. Nice bit of health, bit of damage. Slows on my auto attacks. Gonna be nice. I really need some defense at this point. I'm starting to get a little bit squishy now. I'm checking out Chak's build. Looks like he's building into Ancile, which I really just cannot agree with. I guess we have an Agni, but that's pretty much the only magical damage. We have an Afro as well, but she's in our support, so she's not doing that much damage. And Ancile isn't the best magical defense item to go for at this point. You need to get stacks up for it to be useful, and honestly we're out of the laning phase now, it's going to be hard for him to build up stacks. You should have gone, if you wanted magical defense you probably should have gone for a Bulwark, or actually a Pestilence would have been really nice for his team, to sort of shut down the Afro. I'm wandering around here looking for picks. I see a lot of their team is there, whilst mine isn't, so let's back off and I think I'm going to farm. Notice Thor going left towards Medusa. She gets the solo kill, but the entire enemy team's rotating, so I teleport over, try and get some use out of this teleport. I come over, but Medusa's pretty much dead to rights. I try to ult here to save her, but I only hit the Sylvanas. And suddenly this has gone really poorly for us, so I'm trying to run away. I'm eating a ton of damage. Get stunned. There's a turnaround, bang! There's a beautiful ult by Bologna, she hits 3. And I've got the Afro on me, keeping me alive, and I'm just auto-attacking. I know I'm going to die, but I get 2 kills before I do. It's super awesome. Unfortunately the Afro goes down as well, I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, it was a pretty bloody fight. Bologna's dueling the Isis here. I think Bologna probably could have won that fight. But she decides she doesn't want it. Back off. It's probably pretty wise. The Apollo is back up. He's probably near his base, so it's probably a good decision by the Bologna to back off then. So at this point, we're fairly far in the lead in terms of gold. We had a rough start, but I've been playing really well. I shut down the solo laner, which meant that I was able to rotate in the team's fights, and I had a lot more impact than he did. I was a lot higher level than him, so that's the power of the solo lane there. If you carry as a solo lane, it's kind of hard to carry as a solo lane, because if your team just loses during the early game, if they come up against a Fenrir or something and they give him 5 kills in the early game before you're able to rotate the team fights, then yeah, there's not much you can do. But if your team can at least get the mid game, even if they're a little bit behind and you're huge and you beat up the enemy solo laner, then you can really carry a game. I notice Sylvanas is way out of position here, so I'm calling for an attack on him. His Apollo is just ignoring him whilst he gets killed, because he's taking out the power. I kind of split what to do here. I think, should I go for the Sylvanas, should I go for the Apollo? Then it's the team's rotating in, so I want the Isis. Isis is fairly easy for me to kill, I can chain slow her. Bang, 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 she's dead. Let's start on the track. I'm trying to kill him, but then I notice there's an Apollo behind me. Bang, ult on top of him. I accidentally opened up my teleport window here, but somehow I still managed to kill him. I have no idea how that happened. But, yeah. I think the Apollo missed about 5 autos there. So that was pretty lucky for me to take him down. I fat fingered my teleport so I couldn't see what the hell was going on. I go for Fire Giant here, because I think I can back, teleport in, if they just rotate over you get it, but there's no teleport there. Medusa and Afro decide to get the purple instead. I think we could have done it. There was fairly long respawn times, Sylvanas is fairly slow at getting back and running through a Fire Giant, there's no movement abilities. So I think we could have got it to the point, but you know, it doesn't matter. We can just pressure it now. I have a sentry to put down on top of it, so it should be fairly easy for us to pressure Fire Giant at this point. Grab my blue buff here. It's still nice to have blue buff on Osiris. You don't tend to build cooldown a lot on him. I do in this build, but often you don't get cooldown, so it's nice to have a little bit of cooldown, and the sustain's always nice, just so you can keep spamming your abilities in fights. As you can see, the item I'm going into here is Spirit Robe. I've decided to get this because I've noticed I've been getting locked down a lot in fights. You know, there's Isis stun, Thor stun, so the CC reduction will be nice. And I didn't want to go into beads because I've already got teleport, and if I got beads I wouldn't be able to get a weakening curse, which would be really good for our team because it stops Sylvanas healing, Chat healing, and Isis. Thor messed up his teleport here. I think he got stunned before he could teleport out, so he's dead to rights. Nice for us. We're looking for more kills. Some pressure. Isis is way out of position. I don't know what the hell she was doing. So I'm just going to go and kill her. I missed my sickle unfortunately, but it doesn't matter because I've got Frostbound. She ain't going anywhere. I've been cleaned up. Now we've got a huge amount of pressure on Fire Giant. We've got 5 lives, we've only got 3. Sylvanas is again in position, he's got nowhere to go. The creeping goes down, stopping him in the way. Chuck is trying to kill our Agni, but there's way too many of us alive. Easy kill.
Attack fire giant.
We can get this pretty easily now. Apollo ult's down. He flew over me when I was running to Isis, so I know it was down. There's no chance of Apollo ulting and sealing it. So this is completely free. Honestly, it's been pretty nice having Nephra this game. She's forgiven us a lot of sustain. I mean, it's not that bad really, you know, with the whole changes. No, Afro doesn't have to, your support doesn't have to be able to tank gold here and stuff, which we'll get. Not too shabby. We can take down this tier 2, me and Medusa. As you can see, even though my only defense item is a Cloak of Concentration, I can still quite happily tank up the tower because I've got 6 stacks on passive. So that's pretty nice. We take that down pretty easily. Finish my Spirit Robe. Finish off my Weakening. I'm thinking about selling Death Toll, but honestly at this point I don't really know what I want to go into. If I'd probably want a.
Be right back.
Honestly, I don't know what I would go into at this point. Pestilence could be nice. Maybe a Mid-Guardian, just to shut down the Apollo. As the later this game goes on, the Apollo is going to become more and more valuable, so Mid-Guardian might be quite nice. Something to stay in front of him in team fights. Defense. But I just get the Sentry and use my Death Toll. Death Toll is always nice stuff. Bit of power, bit of health. It's not the worst thing in the world to keep. We can really pressure now the Phoenix. Niblona's going after his Isis. I'm looking to ult, but I can't get in range quite yet. Isis turns around. I try and get in, and bang. He's dead. I'm looking for a tether, but they're a bit out of range. Thought a split pushing right, but that doesn't matter because we're pressuring Phoenix, and it's a bit back if he wants to defend this. We don't have a tank, so I'm like, oh god, who the hell's tanking? Am I tanking? But it works out. I've got Sylvanas, it's not going anywhere. Put the Weakening down for no healing. And we go back, concentrating. The Sylvanas suddenly decides to run back in, which is pretty unwise. Dead. Their Thor has decided he wants to try and take the Phoenix. So we're like, okay, you want to take the Phoenix? Well, we'll take the Titan. And that concludes my game. It's pretty easy, honestly. I just outperformed the Charac in lane, allowed me to gain a big advantage over him in terms of golden levels, and I could rotate team fights and do a hell of a lot more than he could. I also pressured the Thor on his speed quite a lot, which is always good to do if you have the pressure. So I sort of shut him down a bit too. And really I just abused what Osiris can do. He's a bully early game, and that's what I did. I bully people, and it worked out well. GG, well played. Always nice to say that. I did top damage as Osiris, which is pretty nice. Beating an Agni is always good. My team did fairly well. They had a rough start, honestly, but they did well in the end. I think the Isis did fairly poorly on the enemy team. She had some really bad positioning. Yeah, it was a good game. We can look at builds here. So my final build was Ichabod, Warrior Tabby, Chins, Frostbone, Spit Row. My actives were Teleport and Weakening. It was a pretty nice build. When we could do a lot of damage. CC reduction's nice. I don't like the enemy Charac's build at all. Mystical Mail, the Warrior Tabby's fine, but then Ancile, something like that, and Titan's Bane. I guess he needed Titan's Bane because it's cheap, but he needed some damage. But honestly, I don't like the Ancile pickup. I think it would be nicer for him just to go straight to Jotwins or something, and then into Magical Defense if he needs it. Thank you all for watching. This has been Nanti, and this has been my Osiris solo lane guide. Goodbye.